All right, guys, Robert back out here with you with another video. We're just gonna do a cleaning video. Some of these guys is they want me to show them how to do a video on cleaning some fish. I had some guys at the lake today as I was coming out of the lake wanting me to do a catfish cleaning video. They don't even know how to they fish and catfish and don't know how to clean them or fillet them, I should say. So we're gonna do a bluegill video since we got some bluegill today, and clean in. Do this real quick. Get my knife straightened down here. My blades are in all crooked. Somebody didn't put my blades in right. There we go. But I cheat because I use a fillet knife, as you can see. All right, I just spray them down a little bit there, keep them good and moist. And this is the most important thing of the video. Turn your fan on so you can stay cool. Get it turned around here on me. Yep, we're still recording. It just does that. So, as you see, they're still flopping around. Come over here a little closer, Miss Renee, my camera woman. But I get right here where my knife is, and that's where I go down, and then just come down like that right there. Come right down the edge of that. And then when you get about right there, you flip him over, come right through there, peel that skin right on off of there. Now, this is where you cut your rib cage out. Now, some of them guys cut a little flat right here, but these fish here ain't quite big enough to cut my flap at. I thought I had a bucket around here, a pan to put my fillets in, but I don't see it. All right, I got my bucket now, or my bowl to put my fish in. So anyways, come right there behind that bluegill head there and come right down that backbone there. Flip him over. Cut the skin off of him. See all that skin there? And nothing but scales. Some people like them scales on there. I don't. And there's your little fillet. Not a bone one in there. There's all your bones right there. Flip him over. Come right behind that head. Down behind that backbone. Right down to his tail. Right before you get to the end. Flip him over. Skin him out. Put that down in the bucket there. We'll take and feed that to the buzzards. I got my pet buzzards. I think I got about 6 of them. I take care of them because I feed them about every other day with some catfish guts. But we caught these bluegill today over at Glen Springs Lake. Took me about 2 hours to catch these 15 bluegill because first hour that I was there, I didn't catch but one. And they wasn't biting what I was throwing. So I had to change up my baits. And I was trying to use a little popping bug, and they wasn't having no part of that popping bug. So I changed over to a nymph, which is basically a little popping bug that sinks. And once I started using it, I started catching bluegill. Caught these 15 here. That's your fillet. I caught these little 15 here in about an hour. My limit over there is actually 20, but my trolling motor, that battery died on me. So We had to call it a little early day. Some people like to use a electric fillet knife like what I'm using now. And some people just use a regular fillet knife. I find it easier to use this electric one. That way I don't cut my finger off. Don't want that to happen. Hope you guys have been enjoying the videos that we've been putting out here lately. And we're going to do some different stuff here in the next couple of weeks once we get everything back together. Right now, I'm kind of fishing a little handicapped because I got my boat in the shop and I'm fishing out my little boat. I'll tell you what, that dude there was almost too small to fool with. I think he was one of them. I had one or two in there that I was going to keep and use for catfish bait, and I think that was him. This has been the easiest way I've found to clean these guys. Like I said, when I get done with them, they ain't got no bones in them. Let me spray that off real quick. Getting a little slimy on there. Every once in a while, you'll mess up a fish. And you'll cut through that backbone. And normally, whenever I do that, I just throw the thing away. Because once you try to cut the bones out of it, then it's normally not enough meat on it to even fool with. But it's going to be enough fish here tonight for a couple of people to eat. Enough fish to stink the grease up anyways. I've had this fillet knife here for, I don't know, about 2 years, maybe 3. And it's probably getting close to time to buy a new one. I think the next one that I'm going to buy, well, I've been seeing they have some that's cordless. Don't have the cord on them. I may try one of them and see if see how well it works. Only thing I'm scared about then, I get 40 or 50 fish clean, how long the battery's gonna last on it. That's the only thing I worry about on it. Because I have cleaned as many as 160 fish with this knife right here at one time. You do that with one of them cordless ones and you probably have to charge it up 2 or 3 times. Who knows? I know that I make this thing look easy, but trust me, after a little while you'll get the knack to it if you ain't never done this before, filleting them like this. It's not that hard once you get the knack to it. You guys like these videos, let me know in the comments. You know what type of videos you guys are kind of wanting to see. Some catfish videos, some bluegill, some crappie videos. We'll see what we can come up with. I have been noticing today and yesterday, I went fishing yesterday for a couple hours, the crappie guys have not been out fishing. So, that's telling me that the crappie are probably not biting very well right now. So, I have been wanting to get out and do some crappie videos, but I've been having too much fun with these bluegill. And normally, when I get done with the bluegill, which is normally somewhere around the 1st of June or the middle of June, that's whenever the catfish start rolling around. I was checking the water temperature today at the lake, and the water temperature over there right now is like 81, 82 degrees. So, that's catfish time. Actually, I need to try to get over tomorrow, maybe see about getting a catfish trip in tomorrow. I might put some jugs out tomorrow. See if we can't catch a couple of stinky catfish and put it on the video. That's the trick. Catching them is the easy part. Putting it on video is the hard part. I had somebody one time tell me, man, you fish so much, you could probably catch a fish in a mud hole in the driveway. I said, well, I've tried. I didn't get no bites that day. I think I was using the wrong lure. But I love to do me some fishing, especially some catfish. Somebody asked me one time how long I'd been fishing. And I said, well, first time that I know of that I went fishing, I was 3 weeks old. I said, 3 weeks old? I said, yep. My dad, my mom, they used to fish at the river all the time. So what they done when I was about 3 weeks old, took me down there to the river while they was fishing and put me in one of them little playpens, like for the little infants. And they said I was about 3 weeks old then. So I guess you could say that was the first time I went fishing. I bet I got you beat. So here's one here. Don't want to act right. So cut the tail of them off. So he's going to be a hard one to skin. Well, let's see how good we can do here. Not too bad. Normally, whenever that happens, you wind up messing the meat all up. That's not too bad. That'd make a bite. I got 2 more fish here. I'm going to spray it off one more time here. clean these last 2 fish here. Pretty easy after you get done. Once you learn, do a few of them, it's pretty easy. It's not too bad. I've been doing this my whole life, so I could almost do this blindfolded, as they say. I got one of my guys that I used to work with one time made me a bet that I couldn't fillet a catfish blindfolded. One of these days I'm gonna make that $100. But anyways, we here at the last fish. Hope you guys has been enjoying all these videos that we're putting out. Like I said, I had a mess of bluegill here. I said, well, it'd be a good time to show how to clean them, how I fillet them. A lot of these guys, they don't fillet them, they just butterfly them up and scale them, but I like mine filleted. So it's easier for me to fillet them actually than it is to do them the other way, I think. I mean, I've been doing them this way for so long, it don't really matter. Put that little rib cage out there, right there. A little hump. Throw it in the bucket for the buzzards. Put your little fillet in there. That's about it. That's all the fish I got today to clean. Appreciate you guys watching the videos. Make sure you like the videos. Hit that notification bell if you ain't already, so YouTube can send you some notifications every time we put out a video. Like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And we're going to get off here. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.